Hi plant friends, if you're new here, hi, I'm Angela. This channel is all about plants. Most of the time I give you guys some good tips and tricks for caring for your plants, indoor and outdoor. And sometimes we just kind of sit around and talk about plants, and that's what we're gonna do today. It is nap time here at the Moore household, so the boys are sleeping. And so I tucked myself in literally the opposite end of the house and sat down with some of my pothos so that we could chat about them a little bit. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I got a wish list plant. Actually, I think it was the beginning of December. I actually picked it up at a local nursery, and this is my Pearls Jade. I'm pretty excited about it. I actually got this. Which one? This one. This Manjula. I don't know, maybe 2 years ago at this point, year and a half ago, and it was labeled incorrectly. It was labeled as a Pearls Jade, and then everyone was like, no, Angela, which is why I love this plant community so much, because you guys are so helpful. It's so impossible to know everything about every type of plant out there. I'm not an expert. I'm learning along with all of you, but one thing that I thought was really helpful, would have been really helpful, is a nice comparison video of actual live plants, especially the pothos varieties, and trying to figure out what the differences and similarities are, because when you just look at a single leaf on like a Pinterest chart, it's really hard to identify, right? So I thought, you know what, let's just get together and I will show you guys the different, three of them that I have, 3 different pothos varieties that are similar, and then I'll just kind of point out what I notice are some of the differences so that you guys have a little bit of an easier time if you're trying to identify a pothos. And it's going to get tricky because I just learned something new, I don't know, just the other day when I was doing some research. So anyways, like I said, I picked up this Manjula and I thought it was a Pearls Jade because it was incorrectly labeled. But anyways, you can see it. It's gorgeous. It's growing so well. I've had it for a while. These are some feathers. We lost a pigeon. I have a couple videos if you guys are interested, but we raise homing pigeons, and Big Red, R.I.P., he died. I think it was a hawk that got him a few weeks ago, and so the boys brought in the feathers for me. They always decorate my plants. Anyways, what I love about the Manjula, if you can see a little bit closer, the leaves are striking, right? Look at that pattern. Where is it? Here. Okay, so I just love how each leaf has its own unique pattern. Look at up here, like this one. Okay. Actually, let me show you guys this over here. This is another big boy that I found. I found this at Walmart for like 12 bucks. But look how different the leaf patterns are, right? So the Manjula is actually a patented plant from, I think, University of Florida. And it's a cross between the Marble Queen and the Enjoy. So you can see like a lot of marbling on this one, but then kind of like the painted where here. Look at that, right? So it's so great because it has such a, such a variety of, ooh, look at that. That one's hurt a little bit. Just a variety of pattern, but it can really vary then, of course, from plant to plant. So this one has so much more like marbling to it than this one, and it could be due to light too. They're in different parts of the house. But something unique about the Manjula is that the leaves are kind of heart-shaped. You can see that, right? You can see it dip there in a little bit. But the most unique thing about the Manjula is that the leaves will never lie flat. And so if you can remember that, if you ever see a leaf that right at the tip here where it attaches to the stem, if you can't get that to lie flat, then that means it's a Manjula. Or it's a pretty good indicator, I should say. It's a pretty good indicator that it's a Manjula because they're almost tulips. You can see how it curls up right there. And so when I learned that, I was like, oh, that is really, really neat, because there's so much variety, like I said, between each different plant that it's really hard to know, exactly, oh, this one has so much marbling. Is it just a really big, mature Marble Queen? No, it's a Manjula because the leaves don't lie flat. So this right here is one of the first pothos that I got. It's a not a Manjula. Marble Queen. Yes, so it's a Marble Queen, and you can see even some of these leaves have less marbling, and some of them have more. Like this one is really white. Some of them that I'm propagating right now are practically all white, and I think that's because I have them in a really high light area. So in general, pothos are pretty tolerant of low light conditions. They don't like to get super dry, so keep them evenly moist. I'd say like, I usually go by weight. Once the pot gets too light, then I know when to water it again. But the more light you give them, the happier they'll be, the faster they will grow. My Manjulas now, I had this one for so long before it actually started growing, because I had it in very low light conditions and it was fine. But then once I moved it to a sunnier spot, I had to water it more often. But then the growth really took off, and I've propagated this guy, I don't know, 3 or 4 times at this point. Because I like my plants to be really bushy, and I don't have a lot of space right now for trailing plants. But anyways, this Marble Queen has pretty much all marbling. There aren't very many, like there's a unique leaf because it has kind of like a solid part. But anyways, this one, I've wrapped it around a few times inside and stuck it back in. Otherwise it would be trailing quite a bit too. That guy's trying to fall out. But I like my plants really full up top. So that's a quick, easy way that you can do it. Just kind of tuck them back in, and I use like the floral picks to stick it down in there. Okay, so the exciting thing over here, right? This is like my, I just watered it yesterday. This is my like new pride and joy. I can't hold it for too long for you guys, but you can see, okay, can you see? There, you can see. So there is no distinct pattern to these leaves. Every leaf is a little bit different. This one is tricky right here because it looks like the white is all the way around. I gotta set it down, it's that heavy. So if you find a leaf, or if you find a plant that all the leaves are outlined in white, that is an Enjoy. And so it's the Enjoy and the Marble Queen that make the Manjulas. Okay, so a Pearls and Jade has kind of almost like color blocking, and the white parts are often marbled. So let's see if I can get you guys closer again so you can see that marbling. There. See how the white has some light green or kind of gray in there? That will tell you that that will be a pretty good indicator that it's a Pearls and Jade. The Enjoy has really striking white and green, and there isn't really any marbling, and the white is usually kind of on the outside, so it kind of outlines it. The shape of the leaf is similar and the size is similar, so you can see even the mature leaves up top here, they are 2 inches compared to, and this is, I know it's a couple of years old at this point, but these are very long, skinny leaves. Okay, these are the Manjula is much bigger, right? The much bigger leaves and heart-shaped almost. So the leaf shape, the leaf pattern, and the leaf colors can be really good indicators. Also, I'd say that the vines on the Pearls and Jade are way more substantial than what I have on these ones. Now, this could be that it's just it's always been in a hanging basket, so it's always been trailing, but it seems like these are so much thicker and kind of more viney than these. Even though these are all trailing, they seem much looser and kind of floppier. So I don't really know if don't use that one forever, but it's just something to think about. Think more of vine rather than trailing plant. So I think that's about it. Those are the 3 main things that you can look out for: the leaf shape, leaf pattern, and leaf color. But I just thought it might be helpful for you guys to get everything in one video, because it was so hard for me to find an actual video that had good comparisons up close so that you could actually see them. It's hard to do in person, but it's easier if you have a good visual. So hopefully this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite, Pearls and Jade, Marble Queen, or the Manjula. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll be making videos. I'm going to try to stick to one a week. This season has been absolutely crazy. We had 2 birthdays, both of the boys turned 3 and 5, and then of course there was Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. We had family visiting, and so we had a wonderful, long, short little winter break here, but it was very busy, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to push out much content to you all. But do follow me on Instagram, look me up, Angela_growing_roots. That way you can get a little bit more consistent communication from me, and we can exchange ideas there too. So have a great rest of the day, you guys, and I will see you next week in the next video. Bye.